Hello, thanks for joining us for another Maths Quick Wins using Office 365 in Glow. This session what I'd like to show is just a quick guide to Microsoft Forms. There's also a whole webinar we've delivered around forms and other training bits, but just in terms of maths here, a couple of wee quick points. So when you access forms through Glow, you can get to it using the waffle, and if forms doesn't appear in the list, if you select Office 365, that will give you the option to choose forms there. When you open up forms, you'll see your home screen here with new form and quiz and any forms that you've created previously. For the purpose of assessment, I would suggest using new quiz, which will let you add correct answers and feedback to any input, whereas a form would only let you gather information from people. So if I start a new quiz, could title it Maths Demo for this purpose, and select Add New. So if we're going to do a multiple choice, so I put in the question, put in the suggested answers. I'm going to put in 7 as a suggested wrong answer because people might look at it and think to add 5. So the correct answer here is 10. So if I tick that to tell them it's the correct answer, if they've got it incorrect, I might want to add some feedback for that. So you might have some information you'd like to point them to. You could even put in a web address here if you've got a link to your Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, whatever you're using to share that learning with your learners. You can add a web link in there as well, which will take them straight to that bit of feedback. So I've identified that 10 is the correct answer. What I'd like to do is just show, so with multiple choice you can obviously only pick from the answers you've given them. However, you might want to use the text and ask them as a question, and again you can identify the correct answer as 10. Now people have maybe used forms before and they'll think when you use a text input for the answer, if they don't put in exactly 1, 0, if they put a space before, a space after, if they write the word 10, then it's not going to recognise those as correct answers. But if we go down to the ellipsis down here and you can select restrictions, and I only want this form to allow the answers to be a number. So you've got some different choices here, but I only want it to be a number in terms of the response. So what the learner will see is this. So I can select my answers here, choose the wrong answer deliberately, but you can see here if I try to write the word 10, it's not going to let me submit the form. I've got to put this in as a number. So again, if you want to not do multiple choice and you want them to be able to come up with an answer, then text input, but restricting the answers to only a number. And when I submit that and I look at my results, you can see here, revisit the strategies. That's the comment I wanted to leave for that learner that's made a mistake. So hopefully they're able to go back and do some revision or a wee bit of self-led learning to promote their independence there before they come back to work with you on the activity in class perhaps. So I hope that's some use. Thanks for joining us. Do let us know at DigiLearnScott, or if you're on Twitter or on our blog site, how you're making use of these digital tools to support numeracy and maths.